Well, welcome everybody to a gold analysis stream. I'm going to do a quick analysis on gold for the week of September 21st. It's going to be a quick one, try to get an idea of what's going to happen, see different moves that could potentially happen, etc. Trying to get prepared for the week. So it helped out last week, and I think it'll help out this week too. Just got to be patient with my moves. I had a good learning experience last week, but yeah, let's get started. We're on this. So the monthly, you know what I'm considering this? Like, there was a time, and Ted even said he was only looking for buys. I think it was back in like January, February, March. He said he was only looking for buys just because of the movement and everything, right? So I feel like I'm gonna do the same here in a sense, because now when you go to monthly, you have the big move up, retracement. You can see the support formed on the weekly and then on the daily. But I feel like next week with the news coming out, that should push up higher, especially when you look at the weekly, right? Right now we have two zones, the lower end and then the upper end right here, right? But you have this big bull move up, support being created, then a potential breakout. Any buys above, I'll show you on the lower time frames. I haven't marked out, but buys above here, sells below here, and sells could go down, and then the buys could go down or buys could go up as well. Let me put an arrow here. Try to get this to my little trend line. There we go. So when we go to the daily, it's quite interesting what's happening, right? This huge wedge is being formed. With that, there's a lot of buildup in here. There's two things I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to draw this in here. Okay. So the first thing is going to be buys above 1960. That's easy buys. And then buys above this 1970 wick area high, because it's been on the hourly time frame. You can see it bounce around. If it sells below the previous day candlestick, you could probably get a test of the 1925 area. So we'll be watching that. If it holds this, I feel like it's going to go up. One thing that I am kind of looking for is when you look at this, you might get like a little wick down here, and then a big push up like that. With the Fed news, he said there's a lot of uncertainty. And just considering the bullish trend gold is in, I feel like there's going to be buyers. I feel like this month kind of slowed down a bit, but with this wedge being formed, honestly, breakout above 1960 at this point is going to be big buys all the way to like 2000, I think it was. So that's a buy target up here. Whoops. Sell target, probably the wick fill right here. And potentially lower. So we'll just have these areas marked for now. If we go to the 4 hourly, gotta look at the true 4 hour. We can see Friday was just weird. But yeah, this big move down. I feel like you might get a little bit moved down to start the week, and then a big push up higher. But we'll see. We have every area marked right now. This is the 1970 area I was talking about. Breaks above here, we're good. Even breaks above 1960s at this point. 1950s, we're good to go higher. So we'll keep an eye on that. I do feel like you're gonna maybe start the week like this and then push up like that, but we'll see. Powell, there's a special, yeah, Powell speaks every day this week, basically. So it's going to be pretty volatile. Safe buys, obviously, above these levels. Above 1960, pretty safe. Even above 1955, based off of 4 hours, pretty safe. And then obviously above 1970, you're going to move up. I feel like 2000 or even 1990 area is going to be hit, but the 2000 one is based off this daily. I feel like if this area breaks, we're going to head up here to 2000. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm quite bullish on gold right now, but we have these levels drawn out and we're just going to play the levels. Maybe I'll have a position overnight. I don't know at the moment. For the sells to happen, sells need to break this big support that was formed. If it breaks this support, then it'll go down here and then potentially break down lower, but it could easily hit down here and then reverse all the way up as well. So those are the few things we'll be watching. You gotta pay attention to both sides. Here, let's go to the true 4 hour. just base it off this 4 hour right now. So we have these levels. We have this 1955, 1960 area. If it breaks here, it's going to test up here. And then if this area breaks, it'll go up higher. So I'm actually going to see if I could clean up my charts a bit. So the daily, yeah, no, this is good right here. Move this down to 55. The daily, if it breaks below this zone over here, especially below Friday's low, it's probably going to head down a little bit. And then honestly, I do feel like the momentum has it to go up, and the safest buys are going to be above 1960, above this area over here. I'm going to remove this drawing. So kind of like this whole zone in a sense, and the best buys are if it breaks this, then you get a clear move up here. But yeah, no, the 1955 area, I feel like that'll be a big key, big inflection point. For the week, you have this double top here. If this whole zone breaks, that's a clean move to 1990s, and that's when you could like press the attack and actually like risk more of your capital just for the fact it's a clean move here, and then you could hold a runner to like the 2000 area. Especially with the month, I feel like the month is gonna finish bullish, maybe fill this wick because you're on a bullish trend. You have this pullback, and then it should continue up. So when you play out longer time frame into shorter, bullish trend, pull back, support being created, breaks out of here, then you go up to this whole zone area over here. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Now when we actually, let me go to the 4 hour real quick. Pretty simple in my opinion. Sells below here, play the intraday levels, 40 pips, leave a runner. That's my strategy anyways. And then buys above this area, buys above this area, buys above this area is clean. That'll be a clean move higher. I'm gonna remember that for the week. On the 1 hourly, not much, pretty choppy on the 1 hourly. No real sense of direction. I'm gonna try to clean this up a bit. There we go. Yeah, clean this up a bit. And then kind of clean this area up a bit too. There we go. So buys above 1970, buys above 1960, but sells below this 1940s area. And then obviously, if it bounces around, let's say hypothetically, comes down, creates a support, starts going up, that's the one buy I want to enter right there. So I'll be watching that. And then obviously sells below here will go here, and then potential break. So I got to be wary of both sides for the week. Get down to 30-minute, not much happening. 30 minutes, tough to decipher that. So I think we got to stick with the daily candlestick here. And we're just going to put all the notes here. Here's the news for the week. Powell speaking every day around 8 a.m. Flash manufacturing at 7:45 on Wednesday. Yeah, basically every day is just Fed news. I don't think I'm going to put that on the chart, but no, I might as well put it on the chart. So I'm going to have this here, buys and sells. Okay, so news. This is literally going to go on like every day. Whoa. There we go. And then we go Friday. Here we go. That's the news for the week. So the long plays. And then 3 dot. So that's basically it for the long plays. And now for the short plays. I'll put the shorts right here. There we go. Whoops. There we go. That's it for the shorts, really. I'm more inclined towards the long, so let's do a quick recap, okay? So we're going to do it on the daily only. Fed chair, well, let's talk about news. Powell pretty much speaks every day, and there's like unemployment claims and durable good orders. So we look at this chart. I'm going to leave that how it is, but let's go to this weekly. See this weekly? Pushing up bullish. Big thing. Up, down, support. I'm expecting something like that. Maybe up to here, but who knows? I'm pretty long on it. And now when we go to the daily, we go back to this chart. We see how it's forming. The wedge, the resistance, and the potential break. This is 1960. 1960 to 1970 is going to be a good one, but then obviously 1970 to up here. That's where I feel like, or even 1990 at the wick fill on the left. So either of those areas I feel like is going to be good. The sells, if it breaks below here, I feel like you're going to get maybe a wick fill here and then support and then push up for another long play. Or what I'm gunning for and hoping for is kind of it opens up with a small weekly wick like this, creates a mini support, and then breaks out like that. So that's the one thing I want to look for. And we'll see because the weekly does need to create a lower wick. I feel like it might see this bullish momentum. It's building up. So if this creates like a lower wick here, and creates a big body going up, that's the one thing I'm gunning for. Just because the monthly is on a bullish trend as well. So be watching that. Go down to the 4 hourly. This is a big 4 hourly. Breaks above 1955. Clean move upwards. And then here too, if it breaks above 1960, it's a clean move to 1970s. So those are the areas we'll be watching. I'll put out alerts probably tomorrow when I'm doing the simulations. I'll set out the alerts, or even Monday morning. Get prepared for the week. The 1 hour, yeah, like I said, if it breaks below here, those are sells, and then breaks below this whole zone, even cleaner sells. What I'm really gunning for is a break above 1960, and then easy buys towards the upside. that was a quick recap of the analysis on gold. I'll be playing this. I'll put a blog post on this probably later tonight or tomorrow early morning. But other than that, hope everyone enjoyed that, and hopefully it was informative, help people out for the week. We'll see you tomorrow for a quick simulation and a recap analysis stream.